Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of 911 Health and Fitness. Today it's 911 versus CrossFit. Good news is that 911 wins and CrossFit wins, but it's not a tie. Also, in the making of this video, I lose my camera bag with like $2,500 equipment. There's good news at the end. I'll tell you the story. But first, we got to make sure we do this 911 style. All right, everyone, long story short, I started shooting the video at Prestige Gym. A shout out to you guys over there and the owner, here he is. We just want to give him a shout out.
We are CrossFit Prestige. We're open to everybody, all levels of fitness. All we want to do is help you guys get to whatever goals you're trying to accomplish, get you healthier, get you fitter, and help you lead a more productive life.
All right, super nice guy. He let us film there, and Andre has nothing but good things to say about him. I just want to make sure I introduce Andre Zuko properly. He is a firefighter engineer and a huge CrossFit advocate. He's ranked number 31 in the world in his age group bracketed. Still a huge accomplishment. He ended up kicking my butt. That's why Fire wins and 911 wins, because he's both. I want to hear your opinions on this subject, all right? Because the second triangle is everyday fitness, functional fitness, and where CrossFit will fit in there to help us reach those goals. So let's jump right into the conversation. All right, this is my buddy Andre Zuko.
Good morning.
So as we talk about this, there'll be footage playing in the background of us working out and doing things. So we're just gonna go everything you told me.
All right.
What kind of workout did we do that day?
We did a workout called JT in memory of, it's basically like a hero WOD. They've dedicated
And what's a WOD?
Workout of the day.
Workout of the day.
CrossFit has dedicated certain workouts of the day, WODs, to military personnel that have passed away, killed in action. So JT was, I believe, a lieutenant in the Navy. And it's a pretty straightforward workout, not using any weights unless you modify it.
Right.
It's a 21-15-9 rep scheme. 21 reps of handstand push-ups, dips, and push-ups.
And then we did air squats.
What we did is we modified it. We did a quarter-mile run prior, called a buy-in. We added air squats after the push-ups, and then to finish, we added another quarter-mile run.
Now I'm gonna tell you, having done the workout, first of all, I loved it, number one. So I'm a big fan of CrossFit with some caveats, right? The caveat would be that anytime you feel pain, you stop. I'm not a believer in working through pain. I'm not saying you can't work through some soreness, but we're talking about pain where you can tell you're hurting ligaments or tendons or your muscles.
People, listen, there's a lot being said about CrossFit, and I don't want to do CrossFit. I'm gonna get hurt. I'm gonna get injured. It's anything you do. If you don't do it properly, and if you don't check your ego in at the door, you could get risk injury. Yeah. So to address your question, you can modify any workout any way you want to make it more difficult, make it easier.
Right.
That depends on the person, and you have to use common sense when you do this. But as you saw, we did an entire CrossFit workout without using any weights.
And that I loved. I love the fact that that type of workout is available to anybody. Like you were saying that day, you can do this traveling, you can do this anytime, you don't got to worry about it.
Absolutely.
And so that part is really good. And basically it's all body weight,
All
which
body
again,
weight.
I'm a big fan of.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we got a great workout. We did it, I think our times were 13 and 17 minutes in there. And that's all you need.
My workout system, which I really don't talk about a lot, I haven't made a video on it yet, exactly the workout components, but the workout components is 2 to 3 times a week, 5 pull-ups, but in a step program. So that means you do 1, then you get off, you do 2, and on. So by the time you did 5, you've done 15.
Sure, exactly.
So if you're doing that 3 times a week, you're looking at 45 pull-ups a week.
Sure.
Right. And so you're supposed to do that with pull-ups, with push-ups, with dips, and handstand push-ups, oddly enough. And air squats. That's why I'm saying everything that he did is exactly but the minimum standard in 911 Health and Fitness, because it's everyday fitness, is only 5.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a lot lower. Something that is attainable and doable the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So we were doing 21. So I was very happy that I was even able to do, or just to be able to try. I cheated a lot, which is
Well, hey.
understandable for somebody in my
Didn't cheat, you modified.
I love the word in CrossFit. It's modified.
gotta
So
modify.
yeah, you modify, and I'm okay with that word, and I'm okay with that system because it's true. If you can't run, then you got to walk.
Oh, sure. Well, for instance, the perfect example is that WOD actually required ring dips.
Mm-hmm.
But I think ring dips would have been too difficult for both of us.
You would have killed me with ring
Yeah,
dips.
for sure. So we took the bar dips,
Right.
which made the workout a little bit easier.
Right.
So
Well, it made it so I could modify it myself and go like
me too.
maybe
Me
like
too.
a quarter of the way down. You'll see it now. I'll be showing my dips right now.
Oh, okay.
Right, and you'll be able to see how bad I was doing mine.
What's great about that workout and what appeals to me about CrossFit is pretty much what I've done my entire life, circuit training. Taking certain movements, putting them together in a short period of time,
Right.
and getting a great workout. My lifestyle doesn't allow me to spend 2 to 3 hours in the gym every day. I need short and sweet. CrossFit, I'm in 1 hour. I get stretched out by the coaches, mobilized. We do our workouts. They can range from 8 minutes to half an hour. But within 1 hour, I'm gone and back into my
Right.
daily routine.
And you're a single father, so you don't got
Single
time
father,
to do any
2
of that.
boys. I don't have time to be sitting around in the gym every day. And I do 2 to 3 workouts minimum a week. I would love to do 4 to 5, but again, my schedule doesn't allow me to do that.
Yeah, 2 to 3 is fantastic. If you're doing that type of workout 2 to 3 times a week, that's.
And it keeps me healthy. It keeps me fit. So.
Oh yeah, you're way above baseline as far as in that sense.
Yeah, that's
we just gotta check your baseline when it comes time to your food.
I'm trying to get there.
You're okay,
I'm trying
and your flexibility.
Absolutely.
I'm-
I'm working on the flexibility.
Oh, I'm a negative 6 years away from what I consider full range of motion.
And then I'm about 2 decades away.
2 decades.
But I'm better than I was.
Right. Now you heard my formula for stretching, right? It's for every 10 years of life that you did not spend stretching, it takes you 2 years to get those 10 years back.
Okay, so then I'm about 3 decades behind.
Right. So if you're
But I'm
gonna be
better than I
50,
was.
you're gonna be 50, right? So we'll just round it to
I'm
50.
gonna
You're
be
47.
50, yes, yeah.
You're 47. So you're gonna be 50. So we'll just round it. So you're looking at 10 years of stretching.
Sure, which I'm down with doing.
Right.
Uh,
But you started stretching already a while back,
I did.
though.
Well, 3 years ago when I met you,
Okay.
I came off an injury, and I asked the guys on the engine, like, what's this guy doing over there in that chair, man? Like, that's all the movement. Oh, he stretches all day. I'm like, all day? He does that all day? All day. He's on a ball, he's in the chair, he's in the truck, he's stretching. I'm like, okay. So I spoke to you, you told me what you're doing, you introduced me to what you were creating with your
Yeah.
book. And I implemented stretching, and it was the best thing I ever did. I've been injury-free for 3 years. I made it a point because the injury I had was because I was so tense. My muscles were so tense that they finally said, you know what, we're going to teach you a lesson. And I tore an adductor muscle. But I did what I had to do. I rehabbed it properly, which a lot of people don't. Rehab is so important.
Yeah.
But I implemented stretching, and ever since then, I take the time to stretch, and it's made a world of difference.
Yeah.
And I know it'll make more of a difference the older I get. You have to have common sense. You,
You got-
have to
yeah.
know your limitations. When I first started, I had a little bit of an ego. I walk into a gym and I see some females
Right.
pushing more weight than me. I'm like,
Oof.
no girl's gonna
That's gotta hurt.
outwork me.
Yeah, I know if I walk into any gym now, there'll be girls pushing more than
the
me.
day of, I told you, the owners of CrossFit Prestige are Art and Christine, and Christine is a badass. Can I say badass?
Yeah. YouTube.
She'll outwork me every day.
Right.
She puts in the time. She eats properly.
Right.
They both eat properly. But I like that friendly competition because CrossFit, I feel like, has saved me. I was doing similar workouts to CrossFit circuit training.
Okay,
but,
so you were
but
doing
even
circuit
then,
training.
Even then, I was past that point of going to a gym because I wasn't self-motivating.
Okay.
I was in my 40s. I'm like, you know what? I'm just not getting the workouts I want. I don't have that motivation anymore.
Okay.
The only time I ever had the motivation is if I may have entered some sort of sprint triathlon or an endurance race, something like that. But other than that, I didn't have the self-motivation. So that's what appealed to me.
I got
CrossFit.
you. Yeah, exactly. Because there's more of a community.
And the community. Perfect.
Yeah.
The community. Everyone calls it a cult. It's not a cult. It's a community. There's nothing wrong with a bunch of people who
course.
have the desire to stay fit and healthy. It's the haters that don't want to put the work and the time into it
Right.
that call it a cult. And it's not a cult. It's a great community of people that support each other. And like I said, I have that group of guys that we push each other and we compete against each other, and that's what's kept me fit up.
It's kind of like the fire
49.
department where everybody is kind of motivating each other to keep their game at a top level.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And so your box does the same thing for you.
And the CrossFit Open is a worldwide competition within the CrossFit community.
Okay.
So people from all around the world can compete in different age groups and different categories. You have the RX division, which is the prescribed weights for the individuals that are trying to get to the games.
Okay.
And those that just want to compete within
A high level.
the high level.
Those are your athletes.
I tend to go in the scale division, which is the lower weights within my age range, because I feel I'm not a true prescribed RX CrossFitter.
Okay.
I can do RX workouts, but I can't do certain movements.
Okay.
So if I'm restricted, to me, I just choose to go to the scale division where I can do all the movements and get a
Right, and so
entire
you're
workout
having
in.
fun, you're doing an entire workout.
I have a blast.
Right, that's
It's
the whole
enjoyable,
thing. Exactly.
and it takes care of my competitive juices.
Right.
And we do it once a year. The next one will be in October.
So it's once a year for 5 weeks or 4 weeks?
5 total.
Five
So
weeks
basically, we are in the year 2019. So in October, the first workout will be categorized as 19.1, 19.2, and so forth until 19.5.
Right.
And then they calculate all your points and they put you in standings.
Okay.
And it's a good gauge to see where you are
Okay.
this year and where you will be next year, or where you were 2 years ago. And that's what I like about CrossFit as well. They have these benchmark WODs. So the benchmark workouts you'll do once a year to see where you are, just to see how you're progressing within your fitness levels. What I like about what I do is that it involves cardio, strength. So I'm taking care of what I need to take care of. I like
All at the same time, and you're doing cardio, you're doing endurance, and doing strength.
Yes, I love it all.
And then fitness and flexibility, mobility are also thrown in there.
Everything's everything.
Right.
I'm touching on everything I need to touch on.
Yeah, I still believe that, and this is what I would say to everybody out there and yourself, that you still need an hour to 2 hours every day of stretching. Just because we're so far behind, I say we because I know you haven't been stretching, I wasn't stretching. So we're so far behind in order to get to where we need to go. Because remember, we're getting older, so we need to not only catch up for behind, but then for the time that, because we're stretching for past mistakes.
Yeah.
Plus we're getting older.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's even harder the older you are.
Yeah. But like I said, I like it because it's a well-rounded workout.
Yeah.
You're hitting everything that you need to hit. You're getting your cardio, so you don't need to go run for an hour. You're getting your cardio workout, trust me.
And I know a lot of boxes incorporate mobility type workouts.
ROM WOD, range of mobility workout of the day.
I like that. That's probably something I would love.
Those are typically the days off, where no weights, they're just working on their mobility.
Beautiful.
They're stretching and they're putting in the hour or two of
Yes.
just getting their body in check.
Okay, that's what you need to go to those.
Yeah, I do. I need to do more ROM WODs, absolutely. No doubt about it.
He's on video, so he couldn't tell me to go screw off.
No, I can't.
He was about to tell me off.
No, but that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to stretch.
Yeah, no, and the range of motion exercises to me are fantastic, man. Those
I mean, we do that in small doses, 10 minutes, just to get us going.
Exactly.
Not hours.
Yeah.
But those are the athletes.
But at least a half an hour of straight mobility, 45 minutes of straight mobility is what I would think would be fantastic.
Yeah, in the ideal situation.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can't disagree with you.
All right, this one is a pretty incredible story. I was here the other day filming with Andre, the CrossFit segment that I did, and we came over here early on a Sunday morning, and I ended up leaving my backpack with about $2,500 worth of gear outside of Raw Juice, just sitting on top of the table. We left it there, and I thought there was no way I was gonna get that back. So we're coming right now to thank the people at Raw Juice and the manager who brought it back. So big shout out to Raw Juice and the people there. There is still hope for humanity. Always has been, always will. All right, guys, let's go inside and thank them and see how this goes.
Man.
All right, here we are, man. This is, I was telling you, we came to film. Man, thank you so much, man, for that.
Of course, I'm happy to.
Man, who turned it in?
We actually had one of our team members here named Rachel.
Oh, Rachel.
She stopped by.
Rachel,
Yeah.
thank you, man. That is awesome, man. There's about $2,500 worth of gear in there.
Wow.
Yeah, so when I was at home, I go, man, there's no way that is going to show up.
Yeah.
And it ended up showing up, so I appreciate it, man.
No,
I have a channel, 911 Health and Fitness.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, and again, a million thanks, man. I really appreciate it. That was big. What's your name? Give a shout out.
Carlos. My name's Carlos here.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate it. So we're here at Raw Juice. I want to give out a shout out to Raw Juice. I mean, look at this bowl. This bowl is, there we go. Nice. This is delicious.
Well, thanks for having me.
And Andre, thank you, man. And I want to say to everybody out there, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it on social media. Continue on this journey with us to health and fitness. And till next time, stay safe, stay healthy.